everyone, welcome. My good friend Sam and I wanted to pop in and chat with you all today. There's lots of negative stuff happening in the world right now, and people can choose to focus on that, or we can choose to have conversations about the meaning and the perspective, different perspectives behind how we're feeling, how it's impacting our lives, our families, and all the good that's actually going on. So we wanted to pop in and share that. My name's Kristy. I'm a strength trainer, nutrition coach, and core rehab specialist. And I'll let Sam introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Sam Panter. I'm a RMT in Vernon, BC at Healing Garden Spa and Wellness.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sam and I wanted to basically just have a conversation here, really inspire each other with different questions and really getting into what's going on for us in our lives right now and how we're feeling and how we're being impacted. So just start us off, Sam. What do you want to start?
I mostly just wanted to ask you kind of what is your biggest challenge that you've been faced with right now, other than the obvious, balancing new way of working and having Griffin home all the time, and kind of what that's been like for you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, one of the biggest challenges that I'm realizing is that I am somebody who loves routine. I thrive on routines and having a focus of the day. And before we got on the call, Sam and I were sharing that we're both very driven. We never want to be looked at as being lazy bums, right? We want to always, we have something on the go and we feel like we're always pushing, right? And so for me, it's been a challenge to kind of come back down and go, okay, what really matters right now? And what can I use this time for, instead of feeling like I need to be pushing on that hamster wheel? Remember, you're chatting about that.
Yeah.
And really just
busyness versus productiveness.
Yeah, because we get caught up in that, like I need to do more. I'm not doing enough, right? And for me, really coming back and calming down and recognizing, like, whoa, there's a lot going on around me, and I need to take inventory on what's happening, and not feel like I'm always pushing. Because I realized I was really stressed out before this time happened, and suddenly I'm off work. I would have never been able to take this opportunity if it hadn't presented in this way. And so you were sharing something similar. What about for you, Sam?
Well, massage therapy and social distancing doesn't really go together. So it's been really interesting because for myself, I've been working since I was 14, whether it was a job going through high school and then jumping straight into post-secondary school and full-time. And it's just been like go, 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 and building a practice and changing clinics and doing lots of those things. And again, I was always faced with that busyness versus productiveness, right? And so that was really hard to sit with. And because I've always been, pedal to the metal, so to speak, I think this has been a really hard challenge for me to just be made to sit and be quiet, right? And really allow that inner voice to come out as to, what are you really doing? What are these next steps going to be? And it's been really hard facing those questions, right? And feeling like I should have the answers for this. And then being upset when I feel like I don't, or like I'm failing.
And the emotions. I don't know about you, but the emotions for me, like one day I'm on a high, I'm like, yay, I'm on top of the world. And the next day you're like down in the dumps, and right, we're going through it. It's hard.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And the mom guilt is a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the emotions for my daughter has been really, really hard, because there's been probably for almost a week straight, she was just crying, and being able to hold space for her and say, it's okay to cry, like let it out. And again, that mom guilt coming up has been very difficult, and just trying to explain to her, I mean, she's 3.5, and trying to explain to her, like, yes, you are going to see your friends again.
Yes.
We don't know when, and trying not to distract them with like toys and things like that, like just letting them sit in those emotions and creating that healing space for her and for us as well.
I think that's
so
really
those have been some tough challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really important to speak to as well. challenges that we faced is, living in close quarters when we're not used to being able to have an outlet to go to the park to play, or going, out for a drive and go get a, coffee at the coffee shop and get space from our partners, from our spouses, right? That's even been challenging for us too. And these are real things people are going through, right? So we had a family meeting this past week, and we all sat down at the table, and, our son's 6, and he's the little guy. He's not, how do I say it in the most kind way? Not totally emotionally mature yet. So it's having conversations saying, what do you need right now? And how can mom support you in this? And what do I need right now? And being able to speak to that and have the tears, have the laughs, be silly, and kind of get through it with communication. You guys been doing that too?
Totally. We've been trying to do stuff like that. We have less than 800 square feet. So we're one level. So it's been really, really challenging. But it was funny because my wife and I, we were just talking about this last night, actually, and how I said, our condo has always been this like, I can't wait till we get out of here. And lately, like, we've been very grateful for our beautiful condo and the fact that we are on the ground level. So we have a little patch of grass, and I actually set up a badminton net. Nice. But our yard is so small, I had to fold the net almost in half to get it to fit. And then I was like, this is not big enough. And then I'm like, wait a minute, there are people out there right now that don't even have yards.
Yes.
Whether it's small or big or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like there's people that are, 12 stories up and not even a balcony. So it's been really taking that in and going, wow, we're so grateful. And we actually did a post with my cousin who came over for dinner, and we had pizza out on the grass, and then we were playing games on our little patch of grass. And so that has been really good as well.
Well, that's it, right? Bringing it back to gratitude all the time. And, this is something that I speak to in my practice, in my work, being grateful for what we do have. And these are times when that is even more important, because there's lots of great things going on when we step back to recognize those. So I think that's a really great point.
Yeah.
Sam, what would you say, we had another question we were going to ask each other kind of to share here. What are the positive things that are coming up for you, or what are the opportunities that are coming up for you right now?
I think the biggest one for myself right now is having the time to just be a mom. Nice. And focus on myself. Yeah. Right. So just be myself, and just be a mom to Naya, and a wife to Joe as well. Right. And that has been super precious, because with my daughter, after having her, I went back to work in like 2 weeks after. Mm-hmm. And I only went back 3 days a week, but still, and then after she turned like 15 months, we put her in daycare, and then I was just full tilt from there, because it was like, okay, I need to make money, I need to provide for my family, and and all these things. And that's kind of always been my driving force, right? And valuing my success with financial. Mm-hmm. And the challenge that's coming up again is for this, like, now I'm at home, I'm a full-time mom, and it's like, what? How did this happen? It pretty well happened. It happened overnight, essentially, right? Because as of March 19th, I think I added it up, I've been home this time. But it's such a unique opportunity, because it's basically like this pause that's been hit. And like you and I were talking, it's when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging, right? Yes. And for me, like, I've always been like, hey, I gotta go. And you get so in this deep hole, and you really don't know how to get out of it. And now it's kind of just stopping, sitting in things, allowing healing to happen, where I'm still enough that can come through, right? Mm-hmm. And really focusing, doing lots of meditation, doing more meal preps and things like that. And just, Naya and I cook a lot together, but now having more of those opportunities where I don't feel like, okay, I only have Sunday and Monday, or, Saturday and Sunday to cook with my daughter, so we got to get this in now. And
there's pressure. Yeah. It causes pressure on
so
the things
much pressure
that are so special in those moments that we want to enjoy, but we put so much pressure on them because we didn't know when we'll get another one, right? And that sounds exactly like sort of what you're feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, thank you for sharing. And it is special. I mean, a lot of us don't, I speak for, I can't speak for you. You've got a very different experience, but my wife also gave birth to our son. And it's so special to be able to have these intimate moments with him that I otherwise wouldn't get. The tears, the laughs, the silliness, all the stuff kind of rolled in, and we are with each other 24/7 right now. And it's a pretty special experience that we all,
Yeah,
each of us wouldn't have got otherwise. So yeah.
for sure. Well, and I find too with my wife and I, our relationship has actually gotten
Hmm.
so much better because we've kind of just been forced to just be in each other's space, talk about things that we've kind
Yes.
of distracted ourselves from,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And really getting that depth of um, real talk, so to
Yes.
speak,
Yes.
right? And
Superficial stuff.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. Like it's so easy to just go, "Oh, how was your day?" Blah blah blah. Versus this is like, "How are you actually doing?"
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Are
Mhm.
you taking care of yourself? What is coming up for you?
That's right.
Because you have the time to ask those deep questions and you
And
have the time to
listen.
wait for those answers.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
listening, right? Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And it's a lot of holding space, I find,
Mm.
for, you know, our marriage, myself, my
Mhm.
daughter,
Mhm.
even for myself as well, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been really fantastic in that way.
Amazing. As
Yeah.
far as
That never would have happened
that's right.
without this of what's occurring right now, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Um, I think for me, if I can switch it over to share sort of the positives or the bright spots that are happening for me
Totally.
right now, I work at a gym in person. I do a lot of in person work, and I was getting up previous to this whole situation occurring in the world. I was getting up, early morning, some days working really long hours, and feeling kind of tired and feeling a bit burnt out. And love my clients, love the people I'm supporting, but really feeling like I did need a break. And this really
Yeah.
created that for me. And it's forced me actually to look at my business in a different way, and learn ways that I can pivot and help clients and support people that I kind of wanted to do, but now it actually forced me to do it and figure it out. And I
Yeah.
think that's been
Yeah.
it's been really neat, and I'm super excited with where that's going. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's been a big
Yeah.
one.
I always say I do the hard work about 90% and then I wait for some life event to happen to push me that last 10
I love it. It's so true. We
to
can put all this stuff in
make
place,
that leap. Yeah. Make
but we
that
don't
leap
want
of
to jump.
faith. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you need someone to just go here.
Force you to do it totally. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and to just end off, I know that Sam and I were just talking about, we wanted this to be something positive that people could listen to and really take away. Yes, we recognize there's lots of negative stuff happening, lots of challenges in the world right now with families and
Totally.
workplaces and finances and all the things. But we wanted to share that there's a lot of good going on too. And when we take a moment to tune in and tap into ourselves, what we really need, whether that's through meditation or journaling or, communication with your family or whatever it is, lots of really
Yeah.
amazing things can come from that. So be on
Yeah.
the lookout for the good stuff, right? Look at people doing good,
Yeah.
kind things, because they are. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see it all around. I've been at the grocery store a couple of times and everybody practicing the social distancing and being super courteous.
Mhm.
And I even take the time to, and I hear it too, is other people saying, stay safe, take care of yourself, and it's really beautiful to see that human kindness really
Yes,
shining through at this time. Right.
it's true. It's true.
And
Brings us closer together as a whole. Yeah.
totally. And then also seeing posts about how, there's killer whales in Vancouver and Indian Arm, and there's actually herring spawning in an area that hasn't done it in like almost 70 years. And there was another post I was reading this morning about how the turtles, somewhere, I can't remember where, but how they're actually just overtaking the beach, and the trip that they have to take from the beach to the water is so much easier now.
Right. Right.
So it's pretty amazing to see. And then the waters are clearing in Italy and things
The
like that.
pollution
So
in China is apparently down by like 40%. They're actually able to see the sky. People have never seen a blue
yes,
sky before. It's just like an
the
amazing
best air
thing.
quality they've had. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah.
totally.
So I think it's take an example from Mother Nature and
Yes.
take this time to heal yourself, because that's what she's doing right now.
That's
And
exactly right. That's exactly right. I
yeah.
love that. And just to kind of, we're getting to the close here and wrapping up. Sam and I were sharing for each other, where are we at, and we can really easily fall into victim mode, right? Or we can choose to use this opportunity and look at it in a different way. We're not always have to be in victim mode. We can actually change that thought
Yeah.
process. Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
want to wrap up with, Sam? Anything specific you want to give as a takeaway?
I just hope this helps somebody that's struggling through something, because I know my first 2 weeks, it was really rough. And I was just in this state of, I almost called it being frozen to
Mm-hmm.
Joe. And then it was like, well, this is the first time that you've been, and I was reflecting on it actually, because I was saying how I have always wanted this time to just have a pause in life where everything would stop and I could just focus
Catch
on
up.
me or focus on my dreams or build towards things and just catch my breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so you got what you wanted. It wasn't in the way you thought it was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
but you
Never
have
is.
all these things. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's I think that saying of don't look a gift horse in the mouth,
You just might get it.
right? And yeah, that one too. And so if you're feeling that way of being frozen or not really sure what to do with yourself, just sit quiet, look at some guided meditations, take this time to just hold space for yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
think is the best medicine that you can do for yourself, and just grieve too.
That's
Right?
what I was just about to say. I was like, Sam, what about, just letting people grieve, letting people be where they're at. It's okay to
Yeah.
bask in the grief for a while. There's a lot of loss, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And don't judge yourself for things that come up. Like if you're feeling happy, feel happy. And if you're feeling super sad, be sad. Like
Exactly.
whatever comes up for you. If you're angry, grab a pillow and yell into it. That usually works.
I love it. Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Well, this was such a great conversation. We both have a really similar outlook on things and where we're at right now in our own personal lives, but
totally.
also in the world. And we just wanted to be in here and share that with you. So thank you for everyone for listening. And if you're looking to connect with us further, I'm on Facebook. I'm kristyware.com. Through my website, you can reach out if you need anything. And what about you, Sam? Where can people find you?
Just on Facebook or Balanced Harmony Facebook page. And
Awesome.
it's kind of confusing, but I run my business through another business. So
So Sam
yeah.
Panter, you're looking up Sam Panter in Vernon if you're looking for her. Yeah.
Sam Panter. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, everyone.
All right.
Well, have a wonderful and healthy day. And we will connect with you all again.